event, devotees gather at the holy rivers, mainly at the confluence of River Ganga, Yamuna, and Saraswati at Prayagraj in Bharat, to perform rituals, take sacred dips, and engage in collective prayers invoking the blessings of Paramashiva for spiritual growth and enlightenment. So the Mahakumbh Mela, it is not just a festival, it is an opportunity for seekers to connect with their inner divinity, rejuvenate their spiritual practices, and deepen their commitment to the path of enlightenment. So the United States of Kailasa is very proud to host the Global Kumbh Mela 2025, bringing the world's largest ancient celebration to a global platform. We are uniting Hindu temples and communities from across the globe to mark this sacred event in their respective countries. And so, who is the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism? I'm sure by now you all know. So, but let us just take a look at the video introducing the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Kailasa. Yes, so the video showcases the efforts of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, in reviving Hinduism in the United States of Kailasa. Kailasa serves as a sanctuary for human rights and religious freedom, offering hope and protection to Hindus facing persecution in over 100 countries. Kailasa exemplifies the profound principles enshrined in its constitution, the Vedas and the Agamas, governed by the esteemed sovereign order of Kailasas Nithyananda, the oldest governing body for Hinduism. Its vision and mission are dedicated to enlightened living for all of humanity. So at the very core of Kailasa's philosophy lies the fundamental principle of Advaita, or oneness. And this principle beautifully espouses the idea of peaceful coexistence and harmony among all beings, embracing the belief that every human being is inherently equal and divine. Kailasa empowers individuals to realize their highest potential. It is through an unwavering commitment to humanity's collective upliftment and the pursuit of oneness that Kailasa sets forth a path to a more inclusive, compassionate, and harmonious world for all. And what is Kailasa's juridical statehood? Let's take a look. So the United Nations upholds Kailasa's privileges while recognizing Kailasa's inherited, unbroken historical sovereign status as per the preamble of both the UN Convention on Diplomatic Relations and the UN Convention on Consular Relations, that declares that historical rules of customary international law continue to govern, and confirms that all nations from ancient times have recognized privileges and immunities of sovereign entities of differing constitutional and social systems, and requires that a state shall not discriminate as between states, including a historical form of statehood. And that is Article 47.1 of the UN Convention. So Kailasa is a sovereign subject of international law, possessive distinctive attributes of juridical statehood derived from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam's inheritance of the unbroken succession and the revival of three ancient Hindu sovereign states, namely the kingdom of Suryavamsa Surangi Samrajyam, Sarvanyapita, the Suvarnapita Swargapura Samraja Sarvanyapitam, the Shyamala Pita Sarvanyapitam, and also the Kanchi Kailasa Sarvanyapitam, and 17 sovereign Hindu ecclesiastical historical institutions that receive customary recognition by the United Nations as per the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations and the Vienna Convention on Consular Relations. And so further, in the international law, we have the doctrine of continuity, which states that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in governmental forms, and the extent of a country's territory and measures taken during a military occupation do not negate the existence of that country. So therefore, just as any other state under international law, Kailasa also shall be afforded its due diplomatic recognition, privileges, and immunities. Yes, so let's watch this short video about the juridical statehood of Kailasa for deeper understanding.
Around 5,000 years ago, at the end of Mahabharat War, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization consisted of 10,000 Hindu traditions, or sampradayas, that existed in 56 Hindu nations, 200 Hindu kingdoms, 1,700 Hindu provinces that covered more than 6 million kilometers square of Asia. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, SPH, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, is the reviver of Kailasa, this ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation. Kailasa is an unbroken cultural, religious, historical, civilizational, and sovereign continuation and revival of multiple of these historical Hindu sovereign states and Hindu ecclesiastical entities. The unbroken continuity of these ancient Hindu nations through Kailasa results in the legal recognition of Kailasa as per the international customary law, particularly the doctrine of continuity. The international law, the doctrine of continuity, implies that upheavals and revolutions within a country, changes in government, territorial adjustments, measures taken during military occupation, or other internal transformations do not negate the existence of the country, do not affect the legal personality and international obligations of the country or state. The Vienna Convention on Succession of States in Respect of Treaties, 1978, addresses these principles of the doctrine of continuity as it outlines international law during situation of state succession or continuation. International law recognizes a state's legal personality by recognizing its identity. This perspective extends even during the period when the given state or country is annexed or occupied by a foreign power. Even in such cases, the legal personality of the state is considered to persist, enabling its subsequent re-establishment. Historical examples dating back to the 18th century include cases like Portugal and Genoa that were re-established after the Vienna Congress of 1815. More recent examples include countries such as Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, and Austria that were re-established after World War II. Even when a nation is deprived of its territory, the nation continues to exist. Its sovereignty and international legal personality continues to persist. The Dalai Lama, as the spiritual and temporal leader of Tibet, exemplifies this principle. In 1959, the Dalai Lama was exiled and forced to flee. Despite the challenges faced, the Dalai Lama continues to advocate for the preservation of Tibetan culture and garners worldwide support for Tibetan autonomy on the global stage. Similarly, from 1309 to 1376, the Pope of Catholicism had been in exile in Avignon. Despite this, he was recognized as the head of state as well as head of the church and given full privileges of the position after their return to Rome. Even in 1861, much of the papal territories had been lost, leaving the Pope with no sovereign territory other than the papal residence and related buildings. Yet his temporal powers were still acknowledged. He was recognized as a head of state, and later, the Lateran Treaty of 1929 formally re-established papal sovereignty over the Vatican City. The Sovereign Order of Malta further exemplifies this principle, retaining international recognition as a sovereign entity despite the permanent loss of their territory upon Napoleon's invasion in June 1798. Despite such permanent loss of territory, the sovereignty and the international legal personality of the Sovereign Order of Malta continue to persist. Much later in 1894, the order settled in Rome and acquired two properties, the Magistral Palace and the Magistral Villa that received extraterritorial status. Today, the order maintains diplomatic relations with 112 countries, All these examples of state re-establishment illustrate the principle of continuity of states, as per international law, that a state's legal personality persists over time. A nation continues to exist even after a complete loss of territory. A far more striking example is of the oceanic countries, which are under the threat of their entire nation being drowned and submerged due to rising sea levels owing to global warming. In response to such existential threat of climate change, Pacific Island nations, including Tuvalu, have enacted constitutional amendments and made international declarations affirming that their nation and their sovereign rights will continue to persist, despite their entire territory being lost to the sea. This proactive stance is highlighted in the Constitution of Tuvalu Act 2023 and the Pacific Islands Forum Declaration of 2021. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, through the line of succession, is the present 203rd Emperor of the Hindu Sovereign Kingdom of Surangi Samrajya. He was crowned on the 31st of December 2004 at the age of 26. Thus, by very same principles of the doctrine of continuity, through which the international legal personality of Portugal, Genoa, Poland, Ethiopia, Czechoslovakia, Albania, Austria, Vatican, Tibet, Sovereign Order of Malta, and several other nations has been recognized despite having undergone a period of exile, annexation, occupation by a foreign power, or despite loss of territory. The SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam, through well-established legal and historical facts about the Hindu sovereign state of the Surangi Samrajyam, derives all sovereign rights and powers of the royal lineage of the Surangi Samrajyam. as its 203rd sovereign emperor, from his inheritance and continuation of the unbroken succession of the kingdom of Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam Sarvanapitha. Surya Vamsa Surangi Samrajyam, through unification with 20 other sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical, historical entities, became part of the United States of Kailasa, which thus became a sovereign, independent juridical state, with the SPH Nithyananda Paramashivam as the sovereign. Just as how the oceanic nations like Tuvalu have safeguarded their sovereignty from the existential threat of total submersion by amending their constitution and asserting that their sovereignty will persist regardless of the loss of their territory, Kailasa, which is a sovereign continuation of 21 sovereign Hindu states and sovereign ecclesiastical historical entities, is also reviving and continuing the Kumari Kandam Hindu nations that got submerged. As per the doctrine of continuity, these facts imply that the Kailasa's statehood is recognized by international law and manifests as a natural outcome of well-established historical legal facts. Become part of this revival of the Hindu nation. Share your time, talent, and treasure to Kailasa, the world's first nations for Hindus. Sign up as a citizen.
Yes, so now let us begin with the most awarded time, which is the Om Awards ceremony, the KAILASA Om Award ceremony. So the KAILASA Om Award is a prestigious recognition bestowed upon accomplished individuals from their existence, aligning with the vision and mission of KAILASA. And so the first award category that we are going to be presenting is the KAILASA Mitra Award, which is conferred upon distinguished individuals who have established a long-lasting friendship with KAILASA. And so the KAILASA Om Awards, the KAILASA Mitra Award, will be presented today to His Excellency Mr. Herbert Tabioda Perez. And so Mr. Perez is the National Deputy representing the Beni Department, and he is a Bolivian National Deputy representing the Bolivian State of Beni Department. He is a member of the Comunidad Ciudadana OCC parliamentary group, and his legislative work focuses on issues of indigenous rights, cultural preservation, and interculturality. So in the Chamber of Deputies, he actively participates in the Commission on Indigenous Nations, Originario Campesino Cultures, and Interculturality, and he is also a vocal member of the Committee on Culture, Interculturality, and Cultural Heritage. In his role, Deputy Perez is dedicated to promoting policies that protect and enhance the rights and cultural identities of Bolivians' indigenous and rural communities, particularly those in the Beni region. His work contributes to a broader effort to ensure that Bolivia's diverse cultural heritage is recognized and preserved within a national legislation. So, Mr. Herbert Perez, it's an honor and great pleasure to be having you here today with us at the KAILASA USA. And KAILASA, on behalf of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, would like to confer upon you the KAILASA Mitra Award for your friendship towards KAILASA and for your dedication in supporting KAILASA in its mission and vision and bringing together all the indigenous communities globally. So we are very happy and honored to be presenting the KAILASA Mitra Award to you. And we would like to invite you, Mr. Perez, to please share a few words with us.
Gracias, muy buenas noches. ¿Puedo dejar esto por acá?
Sí, sí. No, yo te lo agarro.
Ahí. Yo vengo de un país que tiene 36 pueblos indígenas, de los cuales prácticamente están divididos en dos regiones, la región de Occidente y la región de Oriente.
Mr. Herbert comes from a nation of Bolivia. Within its territory, there are 36 indigenous nations, 18 of them which he oversees and has relationship in Bolivia.
Este poncho que tengo aquí representa al lado occidental, de donde prácticamente hace frío, y el que tengo abajo representa mi región, al oriente.
Yes, thank you so much, Mr. Perez. Again, for your friendship with KAILASA. We are very honored to be presenting this KAILASA Mitra Award to you. Thank you so much. And so the next award category that we are going to be presenting is the KAILASA Nithyananda Global Peace Award, which is conferred upon individuals who significantly contribute towards gender equality, animal rights, and peacekeeping. And we would like to confer this award to Mr. Ashok Madan. So Mr. Ashok Madan is a seasoned real estate investor with a master's degree in systems engineering, retired in 2010 as an information technology manager from the county of Los Angeles. And during his long career, Mr. Madan belonged to numerous professional and community organizations and has frequently taken a responsibility and an active role in these organizations. And some of these organizations are for example, he was a board member of the Global Organization of People of Indian Origin, board member of the National Federation of Indian American Associations, part of the social founding board member of the American Society of Engineers of Indian Origin, Peace Center and endowment at the Cerritos College Foundation. So we are very happy and honored to be having you here, Mr. Ashok Madanji. It's a great pleasure. And please, we would like you to say a few words.
The audio is not that great, but we just want to say that Ashok ji has been one of the stalwarts, the leaders of the community for a very long time, especially his work as the part of the Peace Center in emphasizing on peace and among all religions, among everybody. It's something that is so noteworthy. He's an inspiration to us all, and we are so happy to present you with the award, Om Award for Global Peace. You want to say a few words?
Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you I'm quite surprised, humbled, and happy to receive this award. I don't know if I deserve that much recognition, but it has been my desire to be community activist and community service, be a servant for many, many years, starting from back 90s. I've been meaning to come to this KAILASA celebrations for a long time, and I'm very, very glad that I made it today. A little bit tired, I didn't expect to last this long, but I definitely enjoyed the parade and Sanana and the food, and I really appreciate your recognizing me. And I'll continue to support KAILASA and try to learn more about it. I've known him for a very long time, but not as much as I have learned today. And I appreciate all your efforts, and I'll try to get more involved and maybe come more often. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Madanji, Ashok Madanji. And KAILASA would also like to confer the KAILASA Nithyananda Global Peace Award to Assemblywoman Miss Michelle Rodriguez. And Assemblywoman Michelle Rodriguez is where KAILASA USA is located. She and her office have maintained a very cordial relationship with KAILASA USA in Los Angeles, and they have also issued numerous proclamations and certificates honoring the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam. And so we would like to read out the proclamation that Assemblywoman Ms. Michelle Rodriguez has conferred to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism for his tremendous hard work for building Kailasa globally, the only Hindu nation.
Thank you, Ma. We actually we had a district director who were representing Assemblywoman Michelle Rodriguez, who was here. Unfortunately, she couldn't stay on. But they gave us 4 certificates of recognition. I'm going to read each one of them. The first certificate of recognition is for Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. On behalf of the 53rd Assembly District, we proudly acknowledge and honor your profound spiritual leadership, unwavering dedication, and significant contributions to the preservation and propagation of Hindu philosophy and culture. Your visionary insight and compassionate endeavors have not only enriched the tapestry of Hinduism, but also have fostered greater understanding and unity among humanity as a whole. Thank you for your service and profound impact on our community. February 25, 2025, Montclair, California, Assemblywoman Michelle Rodriguez, 53rd District. The second certificate of recognition is for KAILASA USA. On behalf of the 53rd Assembly District, we proudly acknowledge KAILASA USA for its outstanding contributions towards peace and harmony through selfless service. Your dedication to offering free food donations, yoga, meditation, spiritual healing, and other initiatives has positively impacted countless lives, fostering well-being and unity in the community. With gratitude and appreciation, we thank you and recognize your invaluable efforts in uplifting humanity. The third certificate of recognition is for Kumbh Mela, USA. On behalf of the 53rd Assembly District, we congratulate and recognize Kumbh Mela 2025 for your outstanding dedication to preserving and promoting the rich cultural heritage of the Kumbh Mela, one of the largest spiritual gatherings in the world. Your unwavering commitment to organizing an event that fosters unity, spirituality, and community values has greatly enriched our cultural landscape. We extend our heartfelt appreciation and gratitude for your service to humanity and the promotion of spiritual growth. And the last one is for Mahashivaratri. On behalf of the 53rd Assembly District, marked by fasting, prayers, and spiritual reflection is highly commendable. Your devotion exemplifies the values of faith and discipline. Thank you for enriching our community with your culture and with the message of compassion and well-being. So we sincerely thank our Assemblywoman, Michelle Rodriguez, and our District Director, Ms. Roxanne, who came here. Thank you so much, and we are honored.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining for the KAILASA Om Awards. And again, KAILASA is very happy and honored to be conferring the KAILASA Om Awards to everybody. And so with this, we come to the end of the KAILASA Om Awards. And I would just like to request everybody to just stay for a few more minutes in the Nithyananda Sabha in the KAILASA, Los Angeles.